Developed by Ghost Games and published by EA, Need for Speed is a reboot of the series that intends to bring back the street racing gameplay, but while it succeeds in some areas, Need for Speed lacks polish due to a shallow narrative and bad design choices. There is a story as you control a nameless, silent character, but the plot doesn't change into anything meaningful, and the characters, which your virtual self interacts with, are thinly written, as they constantly compliment you based on what you did, instead of who they are. Need for Speed Most Wanted gave you the sense of progression via retrieving your stolen car while becoming the most notorious driver at the same time. Although the story is basic and doesn't take itself seriously, there was a sense of progression as you defeat each street racer. But in Need for Speed, the plot doesn't go anywhere because the characters have little personality and they don't evolve throughout the game. The acting is serviceable, but the dialogue follows the typical street racing tropes. In short, the story is only there for filler purposes. However, I can get past a paper-thin story if the gameplay is good. Like other installments such as Underground, Underground 2 and Most Wanted, Need for Speed focuses on street racing and car customization. There's a variety of events you can participate in, such as standard street races, drift events where you have to score a certain amount of points, beat target times in time trial runs, and causing havoc with the police. As you complete events, you earn rep points, allowing you to gain access to better parts in order to upgrade your car. Furthermore, not only you can increase your ride's performance, you can also tweak your car's handling. Depending on the situation and your personal preference, your vehicle can be tweaked based on how you want it to behave. Not to mention, the wrap editor gives you the ability to add a variety of logos to make your car unique. As far as vehicles are concerned, there are over 50 cars, which isn't massive compared to the likes of Gran Turismo or Forza, although this is likely going to be resolved in the form of DLC. Thankfully, there are no microtransactions, which is rare these days, especially in an industry dominated by dodgy business practices such as Day 1 DLC, pre-order bonuses, and, as I just said before, microtransactions. Customizing your machines and the variety of events you can do is fun, but despite the points in its favour, Need for Speed is a flawed game. First of all, the difficulty isn't that great. While the AI does put up a fight in the early game, but once you get a fully upgraded car, your opposition is too easy to beat, and the vehicles they drive don't change as you progress through the story. And why does this game require an online connection? Although the netcode isn't an issue as the gameplay runs smoothly, but the fact that it's always online even if you're completing single player missions doesn't make sense. The police chases aren't that great either. They're not so bad while driving a stock vehicle, but once you get a fully tuned car, they don't pose a serious threat, as you can outrun and outmaneuver them. Need for Speed Most Wanted has better pursuits because the police are not only aggressive, but the more you agitate them, their numbers will increase, and they'll bring heavier weapons to stop you. The controls are very sluggish, as steering your car leads into a lot of oversteering, so there are times where you'll end up turning into barriers due to the delayed controls. They are manageable, but trying to make quick maneuvers is a troublesome affair. Finally, as I mentioned earlier, customizing your car is fun, but sadly some of the vehicles can't be fully modified to your heart's content, although this is likely due to licensing reasons. Aesthetically, Need for Speed is a mixed bag. The game runs on the Frostbite engine, and while the environments do lack some life, there's a rich attention to detail while racing around Ventura Bay, and the game manages to convey a sense of speed as you travel over 200 miles per hour. Unfortunately, there's no day and night cycle, which is a shame as it would give the world of Ventura Bay a different look. Not to mention, it's a bit odd when the sky transitions from pitch black to dawn within a blink of an eye. The cars are well modelled and the sound design for the most part is good, but some of the cars don't sound great. For instance, listen to this Ferrari and tell me, does it sound like a real Ferrari to you? As far as the cutscenes are concerned, I do like how some of them transition between live action and gameplay, even if they are weak from a narrative standpoint. In short, Need for Speed is one of those games you'll enjoy despite its multiple setbacks. While I'm not a fan of online-only titles, I did enjoy myself doing the variety of races, and customizing my own car was satisfying. However, the mandatory need of having an online connection, the passive AI, sluggish controls, and the forgettable story are major letdowns. This reboot has the Need for Speed, but it hasn't reached full throttle just yet.